Well, hello there. I'm Mama Jane's husband, and this is
Mama Jane.
And recently we went to Cape Town, and we have got 6 key points for anyone visiting Cape Town. So if that interests you, watch on. So, Mama Jane, we flew into Cape Town.
It certainly did. It was a long flight. I was about 12 hours, which is not my favourite thing. But if you want to get somewhere a long way off, well, shut up and get on with it.
Yeah.
So, the airport at Cape Town is not huge. It's, if you've flown in from Gatwick, Heathrow, or wherever, it's nothing like that. It's much smaller. So just be aware of that. They don't have the same kind of facilities and things. It's nice. There's no problem with it. It's very efficient.
Yeah, very efficient.
Because at first, when you see the passport queues, and you think, "Oh no," but actually, no, they're very efficient.
Yeah, so, worked really well.
Did.
And if you're a bit of a photographer like me, or just like looking out of the window, it's worth having a window seat for the arrival, because we got some spectacular views as we came into Cape Town, from different types of cloud formations to being able to see the coast. We actually saw the sunrise. Was pretty special, weren't it? Really. Yeah. So even before we landed, we'd had a nice time. Really. Yeah. And like Mama Jane said, is don't be put off by big queue. It soon dispersed and went through quite quickly. And then when you get through, one of the things to think about in South Africa, and one of the key points, is connectivity. So it's worth looking into whether you need to get a local SIM for your phone, so that it doesn't work out too expensive for data usage and for phone calling. Now, it all depends on what package you're on at the moment and what your provider allows you to do. But there's plenty of little outlets in the airport with SIMs.
There were
local
actually
SIMs.
Vending machines.
There were vending machines.
Yeah.
There were vending machines. We used an eSIM from GigSky, and that worked out pretty economical and pretty well for us. So that's just something to be aware of. And then also, as you come through, there's lots of people trying to sell you taxis, and you don't know how much you're going to end up paying, whether they're okay. So I think key point again here is to pre-book your transport from the airport to your hotel.
Having said that, that's not just South Africa either, is it?
I think
it's worldwide.
A key point for worldwide, really.
Because anybody can have a taxi sign on the car door and things, and you just don't know.
They're looking for people to scam, basically, most airports. So that's key point for arrival. Some of the key points in the arrival there. And then we had got our taxi pre-booked, and that worked out really well, didn't it?
Lovely car, lovely driver.
Yeah. And he took us to our hotel. Come back to that in a minute. Now, Cape Town taxis, we discovered Uber works really, really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the app. We downloaded the app, set it up, and it's very efficient. There's lots of drivers. It's not expensive. and it worked as a really good way then of getting around from place to place. Yeah, I'd recommend Uber in Cape Town. It's not available in all cities in South Africa, but it worked well for us, apart from one notable exception.
Yeah.
And where were we?
Oh, crikey, we were in
by the stadium, weren't
yeah,
we?
Yeah.
And we couldn't get the
Couldn't
Uber
get
to
online,
work.
couldn't get into their app.
The app would just not work
no, it
for us.
wouldn't. No, but other than that, I don't know why that was like that, because it had been good all the other times, and
yeah,
and reasonable price. You know what your price is, you've paid it. Yeah.
So on that occasion, when the Uber didn't work, we had to go and find a taxi. Now, thankfully, we came up against a taxi rank, an official taxi rank.
And there was a chap there, and it said something like, what was it? Traffic
marshal
or something.
Marshal.
And his job was purely to make sure people were in the right place, getting in a proper taxi, and in the right turn, right order, so there was no trouble. And it was very safe and very good. And
it had the official taxi, banner on top. It had a meter, and it was fine. It was just expensive.
Yeah.
A lot more expensive than the equivalent journey would have been with a Uber.
Yeah.
But you pay for the safety and everything like that. If you can get your hotel to book your taxi, but we had mixed experience with that, because you don't quite know always what you're going to pay when you do that. And I think it's essential advice in Cape Town to make sure you know exactly what you're going to pay for your journey before you get in. We made this mistake when we were going from a hotel to the cruise port, and we relied on the hotel booking it. He came, we didn't confirm a price with him. He took us to the wrong place, and then by the time he'd taken us to the right place, he charged us for the whole journey, even though it was his mistake. Even though we told him we'd taken to the wrong place, he charged us for the lot, and it was just a bit ugly, shall we say.
Well, you just pay it, don't you? You pay it and move on, because you don't need trouble.
So key point, taxis, always confirm the price, use Uber if you can, and that's the best way, isn't it? I think. Now, something that's close to both our hearts, Mama Jane.
Food and drink.
And wine.
Oh, wine. Yeah.
Way. So what did you think of the food and drink and wine in
generally
beer
speaking, generally speaking, it was very good quality. Very good. Wherever you went, whether it was just a little cafe or a proper restaurant, it was really good. Very economical. The wine was good. It was just very good.
We had meals in all sorts of different places, from at the seaside to pub food, at the hotel, high end, all very excellent.
And very excellent. Sounds excellent.
I don't know. And I went to Paris last year on a rugby trip, and I can safely say that Cape Town knocks Paris into a cocked hat when it comes to food and wine. Way overrated is Paris compared with Cape Town. So I'd rate the food and the wine and the beer better in Cape Town than Paris.
It's certainly cheaper.
And certainly a lot cheaper. And as it happens, you can get better coffee nearly everywhere than in Paris, because again, way overrated. So that was a really good thing, isn't it? And then Cape Town itself, well, we thought it was a really well run place, actually, weren't it? It's really well run, organised. We felt safe there, didn't we, really?
They are desperate to, I don't mean desperate, desperate for tourists to go and feel safe. And always, now, if you're stupid and you think, oh, well, I don't care, I'm just going to go where I like. Well, good luck to you, because like any city in the world, there are dodgy areas. And if you are told don't go to X, Y, and Z, then that's up to you.
Don't go to X,
Don't
Y, and
go
Z.
to it. But if you just go in the normal places that are not dodgy, very safe, lots of police, lots of sheriffs.
Street sheriffs.
No horses, just the sheriffs.
Yeah. Had guns though.
Yeah. Lots of security, all very friendly. Yeah. It's a good place to be.
We felt safe, didn't we?
Very safe.
There was one incident where I ended up wandering around on my own, and I thought I was staying to a safe area as well. The convention centre, you'd think that's a safe area, weren't you? And I got approached by a succession of, I don't think they were proper security guards, but they had nice uniforms and badges and things like this. And they tried this scam on me, saying that I needed to pay a fee to cross a bridge, to walk across a bridge. And it was getting a little bit heated. So in the end, I just turned around and walked away from them. And I went and got a taxi back to the ship. So that's a scam in South Africa. You don't have to pay to walk anywhere in South Africa. But yeah, so it happens. It happens. So yeah, we felt fairly safe in Cape Town. We stayed on Long Street, and some people and some guides will tell you that Long Street's a bit of a dodgy area. Now, we wouldn't say Long Street was dodgy. Lively. Lively. Yeah. And we stayed at the Granddaddy Hotel on Long Street. And the great thing about staying in a sort of local hotel rather than one of the international sort of chain hotels is you get a much better flavour of what the locality is like. And I think we got a much better taste of Cape Town and South African culture.
Real quirky hotel.
It was a real quirky hotel.
Fabulous.
And what did it have on the top floor?
Oh yeah, on the top floor there was like an open area, and they'd got these what do you call them? The
caravan type thingies?
Yeah, but there's a name for them. Oh goodness, they're aluminium and very famous, well-known brand. So famous I can't remember.
Yeah, Caratan. I put some photos in a video.
And you could either stay in one of those, which we didn't. We stayed in a room, and the rooms were lovely and big and very big, and ensuite. The meals were lovely. Yeah. It was just fabulous, and the staff was so kind and good. Were
absolutely top notch.
So Granddaddy is somewhere I would highly recommend.
And stay again.
Now, the only thing I would say is, if you're looking for high class bathrooms, no, the clean, very clean. And they've got everything you need, but not quite the finish. If you're looking for like a Premier Inn type finish, where it's slick and smooth.
If you're looking for finesse.
If you don't go there.
You will find genuine bathrooms and sort of not antique, but the fittings are vintage.
Yeah, they are.
And they are what they are.
They are what they are. But as I say, very clean, but just don't expect sleek. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for, sleek.
And also the top of the hotel where these caravan type thingies are, there was a bar up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like a rooftop bar, again, a lively one, but it does shut at 9 o'clock so that it doesn't disturb guests below. So that were really, really good. So yeah, I'd rate Granddaddy Hotel, really.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah. Or our photos even.
Oh yeah.
Photos, videos, and things that we're going to put on. Now, the other thing is that one of the areas in Cape Town, the V&A waterfront, we've done a separate video about the V&A waterfront. So that's worth looking at for more detail. But there's a couple of areas there. There's some rhino sculptures and a Nobel Prize square. Nice places to have a bit of contemplation about what we're doing to some of the the animals in the world, and some of the, you know, the contemplation of what the Nobel Prize is all about, and the Africans who've won it and things. So we found that a really good place for contemplation. Now, Cape Town has an amazing mountain. It's the main reason everybody goes. Table Mountain. I won't say it's the elephant in the room, but it's certainly the mountain in the scenery.
Wherever you are in Cape Town, centre of the town, wherever, you can't avoid it. It's there. It's like
it's in your face.
It's in your face. It's everywhere. So it's just a case of which picture do you want with Table Mountain in it.
It is really. And I would say it's your, again, a key point. It's your priority to get on the cable car and go up to the top and experience the views and experience being in the presence of a unique place.
Yeah.
You won't see anything else anywhere like it in the whole world. And it's unique. So if you go into Cape Town, key point is prioritize going up Table Mountain. Don't leave it to the last day and end up in a debarkation debacle from your cruise ship and you haven't got time to go up. Or don't leave it to embarkation day and again there's a mess up and you don't get up it. Key thing is to make sure that you plan enough time in your trip that you get up Table Mountain.
And we've done a video.
We've done a specific video about the cable car and also Table Mountain. So that's the best bet for fuller flavour is what I would say. So and then other things to do in Cape Town.
There is so much to do in Cape Town. I mean, you could go back again and again and again,
which we may do.
We may do. It's but not on a cruise. Just it's Cape Town.
We may go on another cruise. You never know. There are other cruises you can do from Cape Town. You never know. But key things that I would recommend you do is a curated wine tour. Again, we've done a separate video about that. Definitely get to Robben Island, where they had the prison where Nelson Mandela and others were incarcerated for many years. So these are key things that you need to get done when you get to Cape Town.
And the more you can book in advance,
the better.
The better.
Yeah. The better that you do.
Yeah.
So our sort of itinerary is we arrived 8 o'clock in the morning. By 11 o'clock, we were up Table Mountain. That's how slick things worked, and a bit of pre-planning to what was happening worked. So we had a fantastic time at Table Mountain. We went on the hop-on, hop-off bus around around Cape Town and then around the wider area. Went to places like Camps Bay, Hout Bay, Llandudno Bay. Worth looking at them and planning your trip. Plan your trip so that you get the best out of it. We went on a wine tour. We went to Robben Island. We spent time at V&A waterfront. And we had a great time, really.
Good time was had by all.
Yeah. So I think that's all our key points.
That is it.
For Cape Town. So hope if you go in there, you have as great a time as we do. And if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. We really would love more subscribers. It helps out us, it helps out the channel, it helps more people to see our videos. So if you could subscribe with the notification bell on, that would be fantastic. But for now, it's a goodbye from
me.
And it's a goodbye from
him.
So goodbye.